What's up, people? Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to drive manual. I've got a 2014 Volkswagen CC-R line here. It's a 6-speed manual. Fun car. I know that manuals are getting less popular every single year because of the stupid electric cars coming out. But I know there's some kids out there that might want to learn how to do it, or maybe even some older adults that just never learned. Or maybe there's some kid out there that wants a car that's manual and doesn't know how. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I think it's a good thing to know, good skill to have, whether it be for jobs or just for fun. So the first thing you want to know when it comes to manual is this weird, funky third pedal you have here. You've got your regular gas, regular brake, and this thing, aka the clutch. So the clutch is the key to learning how to drive manual, in my opinion. So your clutch is going to go all the way in and then come all the way back out. But there's a certain point when you're letting that clutch back out called the grab point. And the grab point is what every single video is talking about. The grab point is the point in the clutch where the car is actually engaging into gear, aka it's going to start moving. So when you're letting this clutch out, there's going to be a point. It's different on every car, but there's going to be a point where it really starts to like push back on your leg and really start to come out. For mine, it's like about halfway to 3/4 on the way back. That's when it really like starts to engage. So keeping that in mind, let's go ahead and start the car up. So you're gonna have to put the clutch all the way in. You should always make sure your parking brake's on. I know mine's on. You can't really see it, but it is. This is my parking brake right here. I wish I had like a pull one, like a normal car, but it is what it is. But the car is in neutral. You can have it in first gear because when you park it, normally you do put it in first gear, but it's up to you. So, clutch in, put your key in, start the car. Make sure it's in neutral. That way you can let the clutch out. Do whatever you got to do. When you first start to learn, come to a nice big parking lot where there's not many cars around and you just have plenty of space to not run into anything or anything like that. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right. First thing you want to do, so you got your parking brake on here. What I like to do when I first hop in a manual car is just feel the gears. So put the clutch in, the brake's on, so you're not going to go anywhere, and just feel the gears. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and I have six. Some cars only have fifth, but it is what it is. In a typical how to drive manual video, people always go to a parking lot and they just show, oh, clutch in, first gear, that's how you get rolling, and then maybe like second gear, whatever. Well, I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be actually going on the road and showing you some like real live situations that's going to happen to you. But anyway, let's get started. First things first, seatbelt, and then I like to put my foot on the brake, take the parking brake off, clutch in, meaning push the clutch all the way in with your left foot. It's usually over and up for first gear. And then if you, like right now, the car's not moving because I have my foot on the brake. If you take your foot off the brake and have the clutch in, the car's going to start rolling forward, okay? So you're in gear and you're just starting out. Just start letting the clutch out super slow. Super, super slow. Okay? And the car's going to go. And now you're in first gear. Okay? So you're rolling now. Now, you don't want to do that all the time because you're gonna absolutely ruin the clutch. You're gonna burn it. Okay? So when you come to a stop now, you want to clutch in, brake, and then usually you go to neutral. Okay? So here we go again. We're gonna clutch in, first gear. Now you want to use the gas now because you felt how it engages, and you want to use the gas now, okay? So you just want to tap the gas a little bit and just start letting that clutch out real slow. And as you're letting it out, make sure you're still giving the car gas, because that's what's going to allow you to go forward. You can't be just tapping on the gas and letting it off, because then you're going to stall out. And you don't want to do that. It's not fun, especially when there's cars around. Okay, so here we go. Let's come to a stop. Clutch in, neutral, brake, we're stopped. Okay? Now, here we go again. Clutch in. You got to find that grab point when you're letting it out, and you got to have a little bit of gas. Okay? Nice and easy. Just let that clutch out, find that grab point, make sure you're giving it gas while that grab point is like coming back out. Just make sure you're doing that. Okay? So clutch in, neutral, brake, boom. Okay? Clutch in, first gear, slowly let the clutch out, little bit of gas, nothing to it, okay? Now we're coming around here. We're going to get a little bit of speed, and then we're going to go into second gear. So I like to go right about to 2,500 RPMs, aka between the 2 and the 3 on the left side where your RPMs is. Okay, so you just do that. Clutch in, second gear, let it out slow. You're in second gear. It's really not hard, guys. It really isn't. It's super easy. All right, we're going to come to a stop now. You're in second gear. Clutch in, neutrals, stop, boom. Okay? Clutch in, first gear, find that grab point, a little bit of gas, boom. 2,500 RPM, shift, boom. Nothing to it. Nothing to it. All right. Next thing. Let's say you want to come into a parking spot, all right? So you want to pick your spot, and what I like to do, I like to pull up, I like to clutch in, neutral, find it, and boom. I just like to roll into it because you normally have enough speed. If you don't, you just want to clutch in first gear and just feather that gas a little bit and just ride the clutch. So don't let it all the way out. Just let it out at the grab point and then don't let it all the way out. Okay? So clutch in. There you go. You're going. Now, another thing about manual cars is going in reverse. So on my car, reverse is clutch in, push it down, over, and up. And then when you're going in reverse, it's kind of hard, so you want to clutch in and not let it out all the way. You want to ride that clutch a bit because you get going pretty fast backwards, and you got to watch it. So I like to just feather the gas a little bit and just not let the clutch out all the way. And that's what makes it a lot easier. And then you just go neutral, boom, put off the clutch, you're done. Okay? All right. Now we're going to get this party started. We're going to go on the road. I'm going to show you some real life situations because I feel like no one ever does that. They just show you first, second gear, whatever. All right, so clutch in. We're going. Let it out nice and easy. All right, we're coming to a stop sign. So what I like to do, clutch in, brake, and it's just like anything else. Like you were in neutral or whatever and you stopped, okay? Just like anything else. Boom, you're going. All right, we're going around this weird little circle here. I'm keeping it in first gear because I don't need to go fast. It is raining. I don't advise practicing in the rain. All right, there's the 2,500. Second gear. We're going to make a left here. So I'm going to clutch in, neutral, brake. Here we go. All right, clutch in, a little bit of gas, let this guy go. Just be careful. All right, 2,500, we're shifting. Letting it out slow. As long as you find that grab point and just letting your foot out slow, you'll be perfectly fine. All right, now we're in third, so it's just the same as second. Clutch in, over, up, boom, you're in. All right, now we're getting a little bit, we're close to 40 miles an hour, so we're gonna clutch in, fourth gear, boom. You want to always have your RPMs right around like 1,500 to 2,000 RPMs. You don't want to go much below that because then your car is going to do something called like bogging, which means like it's really going to die down. You're going to have no power, and that's just going to be like an issue. So as you see right there, what I just did and what I'm doing right now is I'm downshifting, which is slowing the car down. So actually I'm going in this lane. But you see how I can just roll around with the car in neutral because it's just going to go? Yeah, you don't always have to be in gear. But downshifting. There's multiple ways you can downshift. There is just like going into the gear and then just letting the clutch out really slow, but that kind of jerks your car forward. So what I like to do is when I downshift, I clutch in, I give the car a little bit of gas while the clutch is in, and then it makes a smoother transition. I'm not like jerking the car. But you got to be a little bit skilled to do that. There's another way called heel toe, which is like just keeping your right foot on the ground and just like using your toe to press the gas. But that's a little bit hard. See right now, I thought I was gonna go, but there's cars here, so I just clutched in again, and I'm just holding the clutch in first gear. You don't always have to put it in neutral, unless you're sitting for a little bit. All right, we're gonna go here, get the car rolling. All right, here we go. Third gear. Okay, see, we got a red light coming. We're gonna downshift real quick, and then I don't really downshift in the first. I just put it in neutral from there. So clutch in, neutral. Here we are at a red light. So we're on a little bit of an incline right now, so you want to be careful. You want to give it more gas when you're letting out the clutch, just to make sure you don't roll back into the person behind you. All right, we're getting into like a little trafficy area, so this is when you're really gonna have to use your clutch skills. So we're just rolling through right now. Gonna be coming behind this bus. I'm going to downshift in a second because my RPMs are getting too low, almost down to 1,000. You don't want that because then you have no power. All right, so this bus looks like it's coming to a stop actually, which isn't good because now I'm in the middle of the intersection. So I just clutch in, neutral, and now I'm stopped. Okay, let's see if we can get going here. We're going to clutch in first. We're going to let out nice and easy. Gas, let it out, boom. Just finding that grab point is the main thing you're going to want to do. Practice it in the parking lot over and over again. You might stall a couple times. I definitely did. Don't even worry about it. It's going to be all right. You're going to get it. It just takes time. All right, so clutch in, letting it out. So now you got to be careful because you're right behind this bus. So always make sure if you're going to stop, you got to clutch in. Because if you don't, you're going to stall. Now we're in second. I'm going to be getting on the highway with you guys here in a little bit. I'm going to show you what it's like. All right, so I'm in neutral right now. I'm just rolling because I don't know I can't see anything ahead of this guy. So, all right. So we're rolling a little bit. We're going to give it a little gas. Okay, your car might shake a little bit, but it's whatever. Okay, there's a Tesla Cybertruck right here. That's pretty cool. All right, here we go. Clutch in, second. Just rolling behind this bus. You don't want to stay too... Look at that Cybertruck. I haven't seen one of those. It's so interesting. Yeah, it's, oh god. Okay, back to the video. Sorry, I get distracted easily. All right, going around this bus. Clutch in, third. Getting it up in the RPMs here. Clutch in, fourth. Okay, a guy just pulled out in front of me, basically. So we're going to clutch in and go to third. Now we're going to be getting on the highway, okay? So we're going to be hitting this on-ramp here. Sorry for that little mishap, guys. My camera actually fell down when I hit a bump. So now I'm at Sheets. I just fixed it. So here's a real world situation. I'm in a parking spot. There's cars all over. Okay. Just make sure you're looking when you back out. Just like I told you about the clutch. Just feather it. Don't let it all the way out when you're going in reverse. Just feather that gas pedal. Get the clutch out a little bit. Watch where you're going. Okay. And switch it into first. Clutch out a little bit. And you're rolling. Alright. Coming to a stop sign. Clutch in. Brake. Clutch out. Okay. Alright. This is going to be a good one right here. So, super steep hill. I'm going to come all the way up to the line. I'm going to clutch in. Make sure I'm on the brakes. Okay, I'm going to go neutral for now because it just turned red. Now we've got a car coming behind us. So, and they're pretty close to our back end. You got to make sure you're giving this car gas because if you roll into them, they're not going to be happy. Just start letting that clutch out and make sure you're giving it gas, man. All right. The light's still green here. It's pretty steep, so you're gonna roll back quick. So make sure you're letting that clutch out in an orderly fashion. Orderly fashion. Okay. Come on now. Let's go. All right. Clutch in. First gear. When in doubt, throttle out, baby. All right. Let that clutch out. No issues. You want to have higher RPMs rather than lower. Clutch in. Third gear. Now I'm going to get back on the highway here because you guys didn't get to see that. Because my phone fell down or whatever. Oh, yeah. Pennsylvania weather sucks lately, man. What is going on here? Why is everybody turning? Oh, you little... What are you... What the... Are you kidding me, bro? Yeah, funeral service. That doesn't mean you can just cut everybody off. Jesus. Come on, man. You kidding me? Yeah. I was like, why is he still gone? It's a freaking funeral service. But when things like that happen, guys, you just want to clutch in, neutral. Don't worry about downshift or anything. Clutch in, neutral, and hit the brakes. Because you're not going to have time to downshift in those situations. All right, here we go. Clutch in, first gear. Let it out. Okay. Second gear. Now we're coming on to a downhill on-ramp. So I'm going to go third gear. And that way I have plenty of power to pick up speed as I'm entering the highway. Okay. So you just got to watch it, because if there was actually cars coming and you had to slow down here, you got to be prepared to stop. You got to be looking in front of you as well. But pick up speed. I don't need that much because there's no cars coming. Blinker on, and fourth gear, and fifth gear. And now that we're cruising about 60, you can go sixth gear. And yeah, you're just cruising. Nothing major. Say you're coming up on a car here and they're going super slow. If I'm doing about 55, 60, I want to clutch in, downshift, clutch in, downshift again, most likely. That way I have enough power to just go right around them. Okay? And then as soon as you're done going around them, you want to go back into the higher gear. Because the more you shift, the better gas mileage you're going to get. Because when you're in a higher gear, it's less RPMs, meaning the engine's working less hard. Therefore, it's getting better gas mileage. Okay. So now, that's going to be about it, guys. I've taught you pretty much everything you need to know, except there's one thing. When you're coming, say you're coming to a red light, and you're downshifting, and you're probably like, I don't know, you put it in neutral because you think you're going to stop, and then it turns green all of a sudden. If you're going more than like 10 miles an hour, you can just clutch in second gear and clutch out, and you'll be fine. But if you put it in first, you're probably gonna jerk the car a lot because you're going too fast. Oh, that's a nice G-Wagon. Okay, that's gonna be about it, guys. If you're new here, like and subscribe. We're at like 231 subscribers right now, which is awesome. If you have any concerns about this video or any questions, feel free to comment down below, or anything that you thought I could have done better. Whatever it is, definitely comment. And if you have any video suggestions, what you want to see, biking, cars, whatever it is, let me know, man. I'm down to do anything. So with that being said, that's going to be the end, and I'll see you in the next one.